Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India today told us US President Donald Trump that both countries can rise beyond the bilateral ties and work jointly for the future of Asia, reflecting their growth convergence on the strategic issues in the Indo-Pacific region. During their wide-range talkings, which took place on the sidelines of ASEAN summit in Philippines, Modi assured Trump that India will try to live up to the expectations of the US and the world, and also has thanked the US President for speaking highly about India during his trips. The meeting came a day after the officials of India, the US, Japan and Australia held their talks to give shape to the much talked about the quadrilateral alliance to keep the strategically important Indo-Pacific region free, open and inclusive. The cooperation between India and US has risen beyond the bilateral ties, cooperations, and both the countries can work for the future of Asia and the world. We are moving ahead together on many issues, Modi told Trump in his opening remarks. The US has been pushing for greater Indo-US cooperation in the strategically key Indo-Pacific region, where China has been ramping up its military presence. Wherever President Trump has gone and wherever or whenever he got an opportunity to talk about India, he spoke very highly about India. He expressed optimism about India, and I am assuring that the expectations the world has, the expectation the US has, India has been trying to live up to the expectations and will continue to do it, said Modi. After a 45 minutes meeting at the Sofitel Hotel where Trump is staying, briefing reporters later, Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar described the meeting as a cordial, constructive and very comfortable conversation on bilateral, regional and global issues. He said the meeting was mainly focused on economic issues, including trade and investments. The two sides discussed how to grow the economic ties and improve market access to each other. He also said the two leaders also discussed the matter relating to the defense cooperations, counter-terrorism, proliferations, the Korean crisis, and situations in the Middle East and the Gulf. A fair amount of time went into the discussions on Afghanistan, said Jaishankar, adding that the Prime Minister Modi briefed Trump on the recent supply of wheat through sea route. In the meeting, Trump described Modi as a friend. It's great to have Prime Minister Modi here. We had him at the White House, and he has become a friend of ours and a great gentleman doing a fantastic job in bringing around lots of factions in India, bringing them all together, Donald Trump said, according to the transcripts released by the White House. A lot of good reporters are coming out of India, so I want to congratulate you, he told Modi. Trump had on Friday praised India's astounding growth after it opened up its economy and also lauded Modi, saying he has been working successfully to bring the vast country and its peoples together. Speaking at the gathering of CEOs on the sidelines of the annual Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation or the APEC summit in Vietnamese city of Dong Long last week, Trump cited India as one of the countries in the Indo-Pacific region making strides. The use of the term Indo-Pacific by President Donald Trump has led to the speculation that it may have something to do with Washington's preparing the ground for a rival of so-called the quadrilateral strategic alliance between US, Japan, Australia and India to counter China's rise on the South China Sea or in Asia. The move to set up the quadrilateral alliance comes in the backdrop of growing Chinese assertiveness in the South China Sea. The US has been favoring a large role for India in the strategically key Indo-Pacific region. So what do you think of India and US getting so much closer against China? Will China be angry, or it'll be thinking about tackling it in South China Sea or in the Indian Ocean regions?
Su içməlidir, ondan istifadə edirik, ancaq qab üçün, paltar üçün, inək üçün, cücə üçün içməlidir, içmək olmur.
Sevil has never had access to clean water. She's always relied on wells, salty and full of grit. Plumbing would save her the money she now spends on bottled drinking water. But clean water would also make her happy in less tangible ways. Beauty is important to Sevil. Her purple and orange dress matches the bright colors of her house. She grows flowers and loves to cook.
İçməli su olsa daha da yaxşıdır. İmkan şəraitində içməyi də ondan eləyərəm, xörəyi də ondan bişirirəm, qablarımı da yuyaram, paltarımı.
Finally, fresh clean water is flowing her way. With help from the World Bank, Azerbaijan is building new treatment plants and fixing existing infrastructure. The projects will collectively provide almost 500,000 Azerbaijanis with sanitation services and a reliable supply of treated water.
Water is good and also very clean. Water standard is 1. You see 0.5, 0.4. This means that better than the world standard.
Across the globe, about 700 million people suffer from a scarcity of clean water. The problem is particularly acute in Azerbaijan. The water levels in some rivers have dropped and other rivers are polluted. The Musali district has the Velash River and a good-sized dam. But for generations, the people here have made do with well water they pump into their own tanks. The supply is copious, but not clean. So residents must buy bottled water to drink and cook, a considerable expense since many also use bottled water for baths and even to run washing machines. In this school, 528 students study without water fountains, a cafeteria, or toilets. Teachers say some older girls struggle to keep clean while menstruating and sometimes stay home to avoid embarrassment. At a health clinic, notebooks keep track of diarrhea in children, along with other illnesses linked to poor sanitation. The clinic itself has no plumbing. Buckets of well water are used for non-sterile cleaning and then dumped outside.
Məcburuq, qonşudan gətiririk, elə yara olsa yaranı təmizləyirik və yaxud da ki, ürəyə gedib məcburuq ona, nə olur olsun biz su içməliyik, özünə gəlməlidir xəstə. Su lazımdır, həyatda su həmişə lazımlı şeydir.
Now the plumbing lines are being connected, the change is dramatic. When his house was hooked up the previous night to running water, the first thing 12-year-old Zahir did was take a long bath.
Nəvələrimiz sevinir ki, gembol su işlədir. Rahat-rahat yuyublar dünənləri. Dünənləri qoşdurmuşuq suyu, istifadə eləmişik gembol.
Across town it was a cause for celebration. The day Sakhavet's water was turned on in his barber shop.
Quyu tez-tez kirlənirdi. Ona görə də işlətdiyimiz suların tərkibi düz olmurdu, narazılıq yaranırdı, çirkli su gəlirdi. O belə götürəndə indi hər şey qaydasındadır, təmiz su gəlir.
By evening, excited customers were flocking to his door.
Eşitdim ki, burada su çəkilir. Getdiyinə görə ümumiyyətlə bərbərə gəldim ki, təzə su xətti çəkilir. İstədim mən də ondan. Vətəndaş yararlanam, gəldim saçımı düzəltdirdim və həmin suda da saçımı yıxdılar. Çox təravətli, ətirli və ipək kimi saçımı indi istəyir.
And at a nearby apartment block, a family is reveling in their improved quality of life.
Bu yaşıma qədər arzusundaydım ki, təmiz su istifadə edək, bizim də təmiz suyumuz olsun. Təmiz uşaq təmiz su içəndə, təmiz su yemək bişirəndə, təmizliklə onun paltarını yuyanda, onu təmiz suyuna çiməndə, əlbəttə sağlamlığa doğrudur. Onun gələcəyi üçün, sağlam yaşamağı üçün, böyüməyi üçün əlbəttə çox önəmlidir.
Bu çəkiliş olanda dişlərimi yudum, bir ters olur. Ağzım bir pis vəziyyətdə olur. İndi isə təmiz sudur, dişlərimi yuyuram, rahat oldum. Əlimi də yuyuram, rahatam. Çimə də bilirəm, rahat oldum. Məktəbə gedəndə də hər yerim rahat.
Access to clean water isn't just about quenching thirst. For these Azerbaijanians, it provides a sense of pride, of possibility, of dignity.
Əvvəllərimiz yaxşıdır, rahat özümüzü hiss edirik. Əvvəl demək olar ki, bir insan kimi hiss eləmirsən özünü, təmiz su olmayan. Amma təmiz su var, özü bir insan kimi hiss edirsən, təmiz olursan.
Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and follow us on social networks, and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.